Hey, how's it going? Today in this video I'm going to show you which armor set you should be wearing, where you can get it from, and how you can get it super cheap. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because subscribing means you will not miss out on future content. Okay, let's get started. Right, so you have a number of armor sets and various types. They have different benefits to each of the sets. So for example, let's just jump into the central market and have a look at the different types of armor sets that are available. So top of the list, we've got Hercules Might. This is something that will give you additional weight limit, right? So each of these pieces of armor have different set effects, okay? Now, the Taritas armor has specific item effects as well. So each of the different pieces have a different effect on them. So if we look at, if we go to the different section of the helmet and we look at, where is it? Why do they never have these in order? Right, this one. So you've got knockback and floating resistance, for example. And on the armor, we have max HP 20 and max MP WP SP of 20. Okay, so those have specific effects directly to the individual pieces of the armor, whereas the other pieces, they just have a set effect. So the most popular armor right now is the Grunel. This is the one that everyone seems to be wearing. The two pieces you'll find are most popular in general will be the Grunel and the Heve. You'll find people will combine two of these pieces. Personally, I don't see a huge benefit in having two pieces of Heve and two pieces of Grunel. My view is that Grunel is the way forward. Because with the Grunel, you get if you have all four pieces of the Grunel, you get in an additional +7 AP and an additional 150 HP. Now, if you were to switch out to two pieces of Grunel and two pieces of Heve, you would essentially be losing the 2 AP and gaining an additional 100 HP. Now, I'm not confident that that's worthwhile doing. Okay, so for me it's Grunel. Okay, as you can see, I'm wearing all Grunel armor here. Now the question, where to get it? So you can grind for it and you'll get drops. You can jump on the central market and pay the price. But the one thing to note with the central market is Grunel. Oh, heaven's sake. When we go to look at the Grunel, you can see that there's not many registered, except these 10 here for 8 million. Okay, and those are +13 only. Right, and then armor, absolutely 0 registered. Gloves, again 0 registered. And shoes, 0 registered. So there's, like, right now there is literally no Grunel on the market whatsoever. So you won't be able to buy it there. Now the price on the central market, is, say the base value is 112,000, right? So that's what you'd be paying per piece for Grunel base level. But what you need to do is come over to Altinova. Now let me show you where Altinova is if you are unaware. And if you are aware of Altinova, then, sorry that this is a little bit too basic for you. But, so starting at Velia. This is Velia here. Down to Heidel. And then all the way across. Don't worry about if it's covered in fog. If you just kind of eyeball it and set your path into there, it'll take you to where you need to be. So that's Altinova. And there's a guy you need to be speaking to. That looks like... I can never find my way around this place. Here he is. This guy here. Mevo Merinen. Okay, speak to this guy. He sells stuff. Now, he sells the Grunel, but as you can see there, the Grunel helmet for 919,000 silver. Gloves for 799. Armour for over 1 million silver. You know, that is a lot. It's incredibly expensive to be buying Grunel like that. And you've got to bear in mind that if you're wanting to be enhancing this gear, you're going to need to repair it as well. So it can add up very quickly. Now, you might be absolutely loaded, but I expect the people who are watching this video are not in the position where they've played the game to the point where they are so rich. If you are super rich in this game, you probably don't need to know about this video. So just to sort of put that in perspective, this video is aimed for people who are newer to the game. Now, you might notice here you've got some other Grunel armor, and this is even cheaper than the marketplace, okay? But it says required amnesty 500. So if I was to buy that, try buy that now, can't purchase it because I don't have enough amnesty. Now the question, wait, that almost let me buy it. Anyway, so the question here is like, how do you get amnesty? So what you need to do is you come over to the conversation, speak to this guy, and this is like they call it a game, but it's pretty simple and basic. It gives you a requirement. So in this particular case, requirement, talk freely. And so all you need to do is just literally stick in all of these people. It doesn't matter which one. When it's talk freely, it doesn't matter at all. Okay? And then the game essentially processes. Okay, and then I've acquired amnesty of 21. Now you can see my amnesty just below the chap there. It says 340. That's what I've acquired so far. Right now, what you want to do is you can keep talking, or you can go back out and come back into the game. Like, you can essentially bank that amnesty that you've got there, or you can carry on essentially gambling it for more, because you play three rounds of the game, and you'll get more and more amnesty for each one that you play. So I'm going to keep talking. Right, so requirement, fail to spark the interest of this guy 5 times. Now, it is basically impossible to do this for this particular one. This guy is interested in absolutely everyone. There's no way that you can fail to spark the interest. So in this particular case, I'm just going to back out, lose the amnesty that I have acquired, and I'm going to go back in. Same again, fail to spark, out and in. Now this is costing energy, so bear that in mind. Okay, so talk freely. Right, so we pick these. Go through the minigame again. Keep talking. Again, we get another talk freely, so that's really good. The talk freely ones are just basically free amnesty. Okay, conversation. So we got 28 amnesty on the last round. This one, it has gone up to, drum roll. So it's gone up to 80. So that's added like another sort of 50 onto that, 52 onto that. Now let's keep talking again. Okay, so requirement, gain an accumulated favour of 98 or more. So with your favour, if you look through all these different people here, it's got an interest level, and in red it says favour. So these are this is the favour that you can essentially acquire from these people. Now, from playing this game so many times, I'm quite confident if I just pick all 5 of those and like another one of these guys, the amount of favour that you get from each of them, you're absolutely going to smash that 98 mark. So in this particular case, I've got 204. So for this mini game, I've acquired amnesty of 153. So there's no more rounds, so you can't continue growing and growing and growing. So you have to go back and go back in. So let's just do one more because I know I've got 508. So now, if I was to go back and speak to the guy, now you can see that it's possible for me to buy the armor from him. So it will allow me to do so. Okay, so yeah, so you have to go through that, get at least 500 each time, and when I say you need to get at least 500, let me show you. I'm just going to buy a piece randomly of, I'll just buy, let me see what I need to repair. Helmet. Right, okay, I'm going to buy a helmet. Right, so that's that bought. Now, if I go back into conversation, you can see my amnesty's dropped like 200. So you go through the game again, rebuild your amnesty. Otherwise, you won't be able to. As you can see, it's refreshed. Can't buy anymore. So that is pretty much how you get the armor that you need. And then once you've got your armor, you basically need to enhance it. I'll do a different guide on enhancing shortly. It's pretty basic, but I'll take you through the like I said, the very basic steps in order to enhance your gear. So yeah, that's it. So I hope I have earned your subscription and a like, and please leave me a comment on what you think the best armor to be wearing right now is, because I'm sure that people will have a difference of opinion. Is it good to be wearing just Grunel, or should you be wearing Grunel and Heavy? Leave a comment. Anyway guys, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.